people. It's fun today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know me, write down my name. Ray, last name is Reynolds. Now, I don't know about you, but this world sometimes is mean and cruel. It's like everyone's trying to get you. But you know what you need to do? Right, get a tablet and pen. I want to show you how I got to my first million through corporate structure. How about my 2.6 billion through corporate structure 26? Why haven't you? The only thing I can ever ask is why haven't you? So let's understand how to play the game. Tablet and pen, because why? You got to write it down, put it here. You see, you cannot take pictures and record. You want your mind to actually make this habit forming. Habit forming is the key. Now, I like goodies. You like goodies? I got my first Lamborghini when I was 14 and a half from an auction. See, I was a little different than most people. When I was a kid, they thought I was retarded because I ride with both hands and talk at the same time. I just thought they were stupid. So understand when I have total recall on those things. It's kind of fun. Now let's understand. I want you to think about getting $100,000 a month. Come on, let's think. You today have some choices. Very simple. Now, a couple things for me. I was 17 and a half years old. I had 19 houses. They told me I couldn't get number 20. They told me no, I don't like no. So I transferred to my divisions. All right, division process, freed up my loan to value problem. I had 22,000 payphones. You see, I needed $1,000 a month coming in. That's what I needed. I wanted $1,000 a month coming in so I could play the game of business. And that's what I got to do. Then I got 100,000, then 100, then a million. So understand something. When it comes to storage units, I wrote a book on that years ago. All right, how about dry cleaners? Wrote that book too. How about basically the laundromats? That's kind of fun. Now, what about a Wendy's restaurant? What about a Jack in the Box? What about a gas station? You see, what about basically a parking structure? I wanted to have businesses that only I didn't have to run the business. See, most people, they want to work for somebody, then they want to start their own company. Oh, goody, be their own employee. And then that usually 87% fails anyway. And then they jack everything up, screw it up for their family. So I think you ought to cut in line, just do what I want you to do. I want you to own it and not run it. Is that okay? So let's think, how about EV charging stations? How about we look at other things too, like a car wash? I've been setting those up for as well. So if we do this correctly, and you do what I tell you to do, I'll guarantee you, all right, in basically 90 days where you're going to be on credit and how much credit, 6 months where you need to be, how about a year? By 12 months from now, you should have $100,000 a month coming in automatically. That's what I believe you should have. But you'd have to listen and do what I tell you to do. Be kind of fun. So we're going to play. And now the real estate game, oh my goodness. When I wrote my real estate series, 3 books and CDs, I already created billions in real estate. I created Homestead Blocker, UCC, and Machado Mortgage. They're kind of fun. So you can learn to play. But again, we got to talk about those goodies we want to get today. Isn't that fun? So me, it was so easy. Wasn't easy at all. I got born in a taxi. She threw me in a trash can. That kind of sucks. Then I got to be a Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. So your journey today can begin with me. Now understand, for 46 years, online or in person, I've been helping millions of people just like you. And I got them to millionaire and some to billionaire. We can learn to play the game to win. Now I need you to draw that diagram in front of you. Let's draw the diagram. Let's think in your city today, where you live in your state. Okay. I'll bet you've seen Bank of America empty locations. I bet you've basically seen what? All right, Chase. See, what happens is this. They have a parent company. They own a location called a branch number. So what they get to do is bankrupt the damn 100-year lease and tell the landlord to go to you-know-where, take the money and the assets and go away. You see, they write it off on their taxes. And we, the people, you keep bringing the pain home. Sorry, I don't know why you do it that way. U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo. So let's think, how about Sam's Club and Geico? Warren Buffett's companies. They bankrupt 30 locations and fired everybody because the insurance in California changed. All right, you see 11 cities filed bankruptcy too. So if we today do exactly, number one, stop bringing the pain home. That's the biggest thing people have to learn. What happens when you start a business, you jacked them up, you got stuck, you got basically couldn't get any more. You couldn't ride out diddly squat, and you honked your house. I call that silly and dumb. You see, you don't know the rules and tools how to play. And that's why you keep bringing the pain home almost every day. So what do we get to do? Become a certified CFO and have a brain thinking program or brains domain or status. Look behind the curtain. Now, I've been doing this since I was a little kid, so let's understand what happens. Okay, I'm 3 years old. Mrs. Hope dropped me off at the Redondo Beach Pier. I ran to the light because it was, there on the pier. The actual little heat, keep me warm. She rolled down that window every time she dropped me off from 3 to 9.5 years old. Said the same thing every time. If you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave you there to die. She was a she-devil from hell. You know what I did on the pier? I started to gather magazines. I taught myself how to read at 2.5 years old by memorizing every word. So let's see. Marina del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, and Rat Beach. See, I saw all that money. I wanted mine too. And that's what I wanted to do. But I stole off the pier to eat out of a trash can. Caught the third day. He gave me a choice. The choice is simple. I can call the police, you can go to jail, or take out my trash. Jail or trash? I said trash. Okay. So I got to be known as boy on the pier all the time. Boy, clean out the chum bucket. Boy, take out the trash. Even all the owners knew me, and I'd go to their mansions in Palos Verdes on the weekends, like the owners of Tony's, and I'd shovel their cow and horse doo-doo. I'll hustle them for money. I need to get out of hell. So I want you to think about something today. I'd like you to learn the rules and tools. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough from basically TRW, became a Superior. So if you take all your cards today and you put a sticky in the back, you write down the limit of the card, you maintain 25%. You don't go past 29% at all. Because if you do, there goes your score. Hell, you can't get any more. Well, that's on you. If you do what I tell you to create a line of defense, then I'm going to show you the cards that don't fluctuate your credit, ever. So you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. You should have known this out of high school. And what did you do? You could have jacked these suckers up as long as you maintained a payment. Your score wouldn't have fluctuated ever. So TRW, Thomas Raymond Warridge, they made bicycle parts, El Segundo, California. Then they started information business. Oh, goody. And then Experian bought them in 96. Now, as I understand, TRW always stood for the report's wrong. And I drew the first one of these years ago, and it was good, fair, hell no. It's simple. So if we understand now the rules and tools, and we know how to use these cards so they don't hurt our credit, what are we going to do? You're going to maintain a 750 the rest of your life and become a certified CFO. So understand rules and tools. 750 score, all right, 25-29% rule, and gold and platinum cards. Maintain a 750. Take a picture of this page. Come on. Let's say your credit's all screwed up and jacked up over here. What are you going to do? Bankrupt it? Screw it up worse? Go to a debt consolidation, which screws it up 3 to 6 years and make it really, really bad? That'd be called stupid. And you're not stupid. So what do? We take this supply credit, we build it under the corporation in Dun & Bradstreet, and we turn supply into cash. Then we take that cash over here and go balance our debt. See, what are you going to do to solve your problem if you backed yourself in a corner? I'm going to teach you how to create cash or supply into cash. We're going to play. Now, I got no excuses. Neither do you. Isn't that fun? You see, the bottom line is when I hear white people can't jump, that's idiots saying that. I hold the record for the fastest and highest kick in planet Earth since 1981. So I got no excuses. And if you want to go to some free classes with me too, you got goal setting, education, analysis on Saturday. Now let's understand. I have everything I ever wanted. Don't you? It's simple. But again, we get to play the game, we get to win. So understand, you might want to take a picture of that too, racecredit.com. Now, I'd like to make you a certified CFO. That would be my goal and my dream. Certified CFO, a corporation and divisions, up to $1 million credit. You see, corporate credit, you can write it all off in interest rate. And we can get more. How much would you like? All right, it's kind of fun. See, I started building credit when I was a kid. Didn't realize what I was actually doing until it fell into my lap. Now, I have a coaching program that I coach people, 30 people at a time, to get to $1 million to $1 billion. Now, I got blueprint. I want you to understand something. This is a blueprint call with me. If you have a partner of life, you should be on the call with you too. Past, present, or future. Good, bad, and ugly. We got to take care of the family. We got to have a corp and 26 divisions. We're going to have an irrevocable trust because we have to plan to die. Heck, we didn't plan to live. We have to learn to do that too. So then there's the car. You drive a car in your name. Sorry. That's like a bullseye in your back. You get in a bumpity bump, they're going to sue you because you're the registered owner. Should be in a division of a corporation, by the way. Your house, escrow, closed homestead trust. Oh, you forgot the homestead or the trust? Don't worry, when they sue you, they take it away. And your family gets stuck in a probate. Kind of sucks. So if we do what I want for auto income and cash flow for you per time, I put in my book 46 years ago, page 6, paragraph 3. So basically, if you want, we can play together on a call. Now, let's understand the plan. There's only one plan, plan A. If people say plan B, that means they're settling. That's kind of losers. We don't settle. We stay for plan A. You might get knocked down 1,000 times. You get your butt up again, and then again. So let's focus on chapter 18, please. Chapter 18. It says right there, this is out of the law book. I'm not here to be your attorney or CPA. Give you some good public information. Corporation's a legal person. It's right there. Oh my good. A corporation's a legal what person? Now, I was lucky when I was a kid. I kept listening to the poker game at Mrs. Hope's house. They said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door was a library. I go, man, what does this mean? She walked away. 5 minutes later, she came up. Here's a microfiche. Here's a book. I read the book. You've been reading books too. See, no one had a blueprint. I created a blueprint. Now, what did I do? I went to the library, let's understand, for 2 years. For 2 years, I went back to the library and researched to create my own blueprint because I wanted to get out of hell. So let's understand something. All right, I send away $10. I write it down. Back basically 2 years going to the library. All right, I found at a corporation, all you have to do is send a money order. And that's what I did. The ultimate goal, I went to do that as well. So let's understand something very simple today. 2 years, library. Okay, and what did I do? I sent away that $10 a money order. Secretary of State of California. I want to see if it would work. I found out when I was 9.5 years old that corporations are free in all 50 states. Now, I don't know why people, good people, act stupid, pay thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that's actually free. They don't learn diddly squat. You just pay your filing fee. So I did that. And what I found out, all right, is I started a company called Helping Hand Industries. So let's understand, may sue or be sued. Now I screwed up when it came to that. I got named in a lawsuit at 12.5 years old. So understand, Helping Hand came about, and I got the articles in the mail, and then I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail too. See, in the 70s and 80s, people got credit cards in the mail without applying for credit. All right, it just came into the corp and the divisions, and for the consumer too. I got named in the movie Dave as well. So when I got named in a lawsuit, it scared the crap out of me. It taught me a very good lesson. A corporation is a legal person, but when they sue it, they sue you because you're the only one who has the voice. And I used the word braille when it came to start the Orange County Blind Center. So understand, your goal should be never bring the pain home. As we play, let's understand this today. When I was a little boy, they kept saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what that meant too. You know what they did? They came back going, they didn't understand what they're talking about. I thought grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid. When I grew up, I realized they were pretty stupid. So I want you to think about division process. I want you to put your ducks in a row, and I'll help you guide you through that process too, and never bring the pain home. Warning about me, I am direct and I am blunt and I'm honest. Now, if you, I'll tell like it is, if you followed stupid, you did stupid. I'm sorry. All right, you're not stupid. You did stupid. Half the people on this planet are lazy. The other half need to learn to see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal. So let's understand they call me the Godfather of Credit because KNX named me that. Been on that station 49 years. I tell people what to do and I treat them like they're 2 years old. Your goal is to never bring the pain home. Ultimate goal. You need a list. If you have a goal list today, I hope you do. If you don't, we need to help you create one. But the goal is a problem. You have activities behind every goal. So you need a list like this, a daily list, a weekly list, and a project list. If you're going to go get the American dream, you're going to need someone to hold your hand every step of the way. And I'll do that with you and for you too. So we'll understand. foolproof program. I promised myself I'd never get married unless I had a foolproof program I could follow or I created myself. And I have a beautiful wife, 6 kids, 10 grandkids, and 1 on the way. Now, understand rich and famous people. You've heard of Arnold, right? How about Superman Goldstein? How about college professor at Biola University? How about Glenn Freeman, who lived in his car for 3 years and I rebuilt his life to millionaire, brand new house, brand new truck, a brand new business. And I put him on one of my TV shows too. So we get to play. Giovanni, $1.6 million for Pixar. All right, she delivered a pizza. I turned her into a millionaire through corporate structure. From there, she got basically her videos too, $1.2 million in 9 months. Then we got to help people coming out of prison. Free Ray, Ricky, Dickie Ross. Here you go, golden platinum cards. How about Thomas? He was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 months, I repackaged his life, so he got brand new dump trucks. Is that good? So here's your problem with you. Sorry to say, but it's true. All right, your biggest mistake is you didn't look behind the curtain and understand how things work. You follow ducks and sheep and pay attorneys and CPAs to let you down all the time. So SS5 equals SSM. You filled out that form when you were 14 to 16. Oh, you didn't do it? Mommy did it? That means Nixon already took the gold standard out in 71. We get 1 SSN, and that creates our 1040 tax return. You allowed yourself to be 1, and that's a lonely number because you brought the pain home. We, the people, you're assigned a number. Corporations get an SS4. We're going to compare the two. Can you put your hands like this? This is SSN, tax, 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 probate when you're dead. The time of death at the hospitals for the state and federal government, because you can't take your stuff with you. But they want to make sure your friends and family don't steal it when you're dead. The SS4 is not taxable until it's profitable. So if we can understand the two, they come from the IRS anyway. Let's look at line 1 right there. Legal name of entity, individual person. Okay? All right, your name could go there as well. Now, if you don't file your tax returns, you're a crook. You go to prison where you belong. Hey, Wesley Snipes thought he could get away with it too. 3 years in prison, $5 million fine. Ruined his life and his career. So what we have to do is understand rules and tools. So today, write down irs.gov. And then I want you to write down 1244. If you take the IRS rules and tools, and you take the 1244, and you file a tax return with your corporation, you almost pay no tax at all, up to the first 3 to 5 million. Would that be okay? If you had a C turn to S or an LLC turn to S, and then what do we get to do? Play the game to win. Now, Richard didn't listen to me either. He wasn't Survivor the first show. He ran around naked, almost died twice on the show. So what do we get to do? It's pretty simple. His CPA said you keep 375, the rest goes to the IRS. I told him to reference 3 times 5 to turn it to 14 million. He didn't listen to anybody. All right, he pissed it all away, went to prison for 3.5 years, 10 years probation, and he violated that too. See, the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. The United States of America Incorporated gets 50 corps called states and cities, and what do? They bankrupt cities and stay in business. You see, they plan the problem, which I need you to learn to do too, because they filed a Chapter 9 bankruptcy for the debt. They actually invented that. So we, the people, Supreme Court says so, and your goal should stop bringing the pain home. As we play, let's write down division of me. Write it down. This means today, that form I can put your name, corporation, division, or subsidiary right on the form. I can build you $1 million of cash credit and build it up and away. Now, closet divisions. Now, understand, all right, almost 15 years ago, I'm in a coma. That's right. My wife wanted to take one of the yachts in the backyard. I had 3 yachts at the time worth about $3 billion plus, having fun helping people like you. So we took out one of the yachts. Next day, I got through in the coma and be dead. Well, it sucks. Ruined the whole day. So what did I do? Jesus gave me a choice to come out of the coma. I said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet, $16,400. But you know what I did? I got my 3 divisions of me and my 5 closet divisions. Now I want you to write down that because I understand what that really does. 3 divisions of me. So I gave myself more chances to try, and you allowed yourself to be 1. How about 5 closet divisions? What did I do next? I created $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Why don't you do the same thing too? But it's going to be up to you to follow through. So here's a form that allows us to put our name on it. And that's kind of fun. I can do a division of you, a division of me. that allows us literally to build credit reports legitimately under tax ID. The only form that the IRS ever created for banking and credit purposes in the first place was the SS4. So understand, if I got a problem, I get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. That means I get to get another one and try it again, as long as I have no intent to do fraud. Why are people stressed out when they're doing it the wrong way? I guess so. So what do we get to do? A division of me, I bought a house, I bought a car, all right, bought a franchise and have credit to it as well. So we could play the game. Don't you want to win and never bring the pain home? So when it comes to a division of me, I set them up and put one of my cash cards on their file for them, but I charge $999 to do that. Well, you take a picture here, click, Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, Ray at raisecredit.com. You put RW, means basically Ray's webinar. Pretty simple to do. Now let's understand, all right, division of me. Here's one of the Lamborghinis in the collection of 25 cars, okay? Here's the key. When I got this car in the beginning, the payment was $6,800 a month. And if I lose it, they're going to take it away, report it to the IRS as a 1099-C, and I'll have double crappy credit. But you know, I got my buildings, I got my franchise, I got my pieces, I got my payphones, I got everything working and making money. If I got a bad piece, what do I get to do? The 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put it over here. Now, if I can't save it within about 6 months, I have no intent to do fraud, but under the Federal Protection Act, I can bankrupt the hell out of it and throw the sucker away. Why didn't you allow yourself to be more than one? Why did you do that to you and your family too? When you sign a lease of a building, it's a division. All right, every property. And from there, how you receive money to the SS4, no taxes due till you're profitable. And under the Fair Lending Act, one card can become 99 more. How many would you like? See, financing the business right off makes sense. The way that 90% of people do it in the public today are stupid. They're not stupid, they just did stupid. If you have a corporation, I want you to look at online, Secretary of State website. I want you to find your corp, your name on the officer's list, and please tell me you didn't use your home address. If you did, you add yourself to the national mailing list and robocall list. That'd be kind of dumb. If you did, please change it to a mailbox, etc., or shared office space, because currently when they see that corp, they sue you, and that kind of sucks. Why don't we create a line of defense? The ability to play. See, banks and grocery stores in cities file bankruptcy don't bring the pain on like you. You never had you in the first place. Now, here's a $100 million building. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini, one of the $5 million mansions, and a $1 million race boat. Well, I obtained them. Why haven't you? Are these turned on today? So we get these kind of goodies when we hit about $10 million. Okay, so let's build you up and have some fun. Add you to my credit system that allows me to do certain things. And when I go get credit, I use history. Now I have $53 million of credit history that I use for people all the time. That means I'm adding you to history and popping credit ads for separate billing. For instance, Bob he got $500. Well, I got him 3,000 plus. Linda got 300. I got her 2,000 plus. Robert, he got 4,000, and I got him 30,000. From here, Mike got 1,000, I got 11,000. So if you allow me to add you to my credit system as I coach you and rebuild you, what we're going to do is very simple. All right, I'm going to use my dashboard and my history so we can rebuild you step by step. So let's understand credit, loan, and money. Can you write that down, please? Credit, loan, and money. So understand when your business starts to make money, you pay your bills. The bank will give you up to 1.5 million line of credit. Your division for franchise, division for apartment complex, and you set up the line of defense. You see, what your goal should be is financial freedom and auto income up to 50 to 100,000 a month. That's what your goal should be. So if we play this game. Now, I had a problem. Having $53 million of credit cards, they started to shrink some of the limits because I wasn't using them all. When I would take $50,000 off of a credit card and loan it $10,000 a piece for 5 people, I created $2,400 a month cash flow. So that's why I put in my book years ago, 46 years ago, page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow free at my time, financial freedom. So divisions allow us to multiply credit. If you get a copy of my book called Buckets of Money, all right, very simple. It'll show you my first matrix, which was $190,000 a month. It took me 18 months to build this matrix, loaning out money. So basically under the corporation is a private loan, private lending. Okay, no problem. There's $190,000 a month income that I created for me. 41 divisions in auto income. Is that good? So the goal is everybody can repackage themselves the right way, can they not? If we play this game, what do we want to do? So here's the ways you get auto income. And that's what I want you to focus on. How do we get income coming in managed by third party so we get that up to that 100,000 a month? And that's what your goal and your focus should be, the ultimate goal. Now, I have classes online and I broadcast 6 days a week, classes on Saturday, 10 of them, and on Wednesday as well. So the reality is you're stuck with me in person or online. We get to play. Now, when I did my properties that I said earlier today, I found out the buyer's a liar, the agent, the broker too, and the contractor from the Home Depot, they're hiring the people standing outside Home Depot. They're trying to rip me off. Everyone's stealing my money. But at 21, I decided to be the bank. See, I didn't want to do things like you. I want to create things that don't exist. I sold my first car. All right, they gave me the deposit. He's going to go to his credit union. Oh, goody. I said, I got a division I work for. They actually will carry the balance for you. He said, okay. So what did I do? I collected the payment. I made $412 a month. All right, ultimate goal. And I collected the money and then I paid the note on the payments I paid too. So why didn't you do something like this? When I sold the first house, I did it too. That's a loan for 30 years. So if you're going to take an apartment complex and dissect it, why don't we do an assignment of mortgage? Would that be okay? If you're going to do real estate into the millions and billions, get a hold of my copy of my real estate system or financial system. So then you can learn the assignment of asset. Would that be fun? So today you got it basically in 14 different states, brand new houses under $100,000. And that's okay. So we could do Section 8, or we can have a local office maintain it for us. Would that be okay to gather some money every month? We could play the game and I call it auto income. So make your money making machine. Pretty simple to do, but I need you to follow through. Let's say you want to sell computers or widgets. We want to get an open account, supply and vendor credit, up to $1 million. That's going to be called OPM money. And what's going to do, we're going to work on Dun & Bradstreet. And what do we get to do? We get to look at that supply credit, turn it into cash. Why? Because we need to balance some debt. So there's no excuses about rebuilding anybody. We could sell on Sam's Club and all these other things. How about we want to sell on Amazon and eBay? We can make money today. Remember, these are goodies you get when you hit about $10 million. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor. How about properties in all 5 islands? How about race boats and yachts with my name on it too? And Duffy's and big buildings and Lamborghinis? You see, you got to understand something. I got no excuses, but neither do you. There's me in 1981, highest kick, fastest kick on the planet. My assets are higher than the 6-foot locker, hitting my head and my foot, kicking out the light. So guess what you get to do? White men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. Next thing, I kicked out the lights that night when the Guinness Book of Records made fun of me, said, where's the wires? There's no wires. So you can create and do your goals if you want to, but you have to believe in yourself too. When you hear the word no, don't hear no, please. No means they don't know how. Say thank you, walk away, get a hold of the Millionaires Founders Kit that I sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night for $5,000 a set. Now we have the full blueprint. From there, there's that diagram once again, and you're watching banks and grocery stores and cities file bankruptcy and bankrupting the debt and keeping all the assets. So your goal should be stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. The blueprint. It's very simple. See it, believe it, go get it. I wrote that when I was 9.5 years old at the Torrance Library. So treading water and playing it safe, no. Here's 5 things I want you to write down now. Everything to me is rules, tools, and steps. Number 1, you need a real 750 score. Not a care credit first premier. All right. From there, corporation, about 26 divisions, about $1 million of cash credit, checkbook money, and you need basically vendor and supply money. These are the must-have to reach $1 million corporation. As we play, if you don't have a corporation today, I'll hand you one for free. You'll pay your filing fee. You're going to learn to stop bringing the pain home, put your ducks in a row. All right, and what's going to happen? I'm going to repackage you under the same corporate umbrella, the ultimate goal. Now, I help rich and famous people, even a couple of presidents of the United States of America, incorporated. So the ultimate goal is pretty simple, all right? But they listen better than most people. So what did you do? You had a kitchen table meeting. You sit at the kitchen table, said, honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody, with your friends and family. And then you jacked it up, dropped the score, got stuck, couldn't get any more. Backed yourself in the corner, hurt your family, and hot your house. I'm sorry, I call that silly and dumb. The goal is never to bring the pain home. Is that okay if you do it my way for a while? Because I think your way didn't work. So you write down today's date, we project 90 working days, we go get it. From there, winning the game of business, I wrote 46 years ago. Page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow, free up your time. There's that comb I got to die in almost 15 years ago. My wife tells everybody at the office he's in a coma, he's going to die. Ron runs over there with the U-Haul truck stealing my books and CDs. Tom, my IT manager, sells my websites and my phones and my books and my phone numbers to a porn site. Never call the phone number on the CD, please. So if you want a copy of it, the office sells it for $4.99. The ultimate goal, I give it away for $1.99 during a webinar that I'm live with me. That means now. You get the Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com, put RW News out. Now, starting a business, running a business is not easy. So understand, your friends and family, I'm sorry, you've had a couple of people rip you off, right? You backed yourself in a corner. We don't know if they're going to catch us or let us fall off the cliff and die. So hold your breath. So let's understand, me, I get up every morning at 2:25. I go to my knees, I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. I put myself in check every time. See, you have a good idea and you go tell your friends and family, wanting them to encourage you. Instead, they interrupt you and tell you how to do your idea. And they never did it themselves. So I think that clouds your direction. So we got to realize what we're really trying to accomplish and do. So here's July 4th, 2009. 3 yachts in the backyard. Largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. Goodies, and there I'm dead. I get to hear the tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. But Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So me, it's simple. I feel sorry for myself for 3 seconds, unless I'll give you 3 minutes. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. Okay, very simple. I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times. I have no excuses, neither do you. So I'm one of God's true examples. So I understand getting past go. So let's understand. We get some Lamborghinis, some Duffys, some mansions. White men do jump, stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard, U-Docks, helicopters, and yachts and Ferraris too. Just a couple of goodies I obtained. So I call it Ray's Rules. Is that okay? If we learn my rules for a while. And what did I do when I created my first blueprint, 9.5 years old? I call it see it, believe it, go get it, because it actually works. So if we play the game about credit repair, I'm sorry. Credit repair is a fraud. It's a scam. Okay, what do you have, a magic wand? Oh, this is the I love this one guy. It's free. This letter at the end of his blah blah blah. It's $17. You can get the whole winning the game of personal credit online. My wife put it up there 30 years ago. It's free. Okay, free. You understand the word free? Magic letters. Give me a freaking break. The Federal Trade says the credit repair can't even collect money up front. From there, you have the Credit Repair Organization Act says the same thing, that they're fraud. So what are you supposed to do? You Google Section 611. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. So if you have an open collection account, I need you to understand, if it's going to keep going after your reports again and again, you're eventually going to have to step up, man up, woman up, and negotiate the debt. They'll take pennies on the dollar anyway. From there, TRW, the report's wrong, Thomas Raymond Warridge, bought out by 96, Experian. When I drew the first one, it was, again, what I said, yes, fair, or hell no. If we do the balance in those cards, and these 2 cards, you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. And every time emergency, you can jack these up to $1 million. The reality is you don't bring the pain home ever again. So if you have an open collection account, you negotiate the debt. From there, it's very simple, 25-20% rule that I created for the bureaus years and years and years ago, wrap or refresh. That'll push your score up and away and create some green lights for you. I call it the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. So if we play Remember, I got my 3 divisions of me, my 5 closet divisions. That's why I got up to that $1 million again within 6 weeks and bought my wife her new house. So this form can change your life. A division of you. And what do we get to do? Simple. If something goes wrong, is disconnect, isolate, incorporate. You allowed yourself to be one to bring the pain home. I don't think that should have been a good thing to do. What do you think? So if we play the right way, we're allowed to do certain things that the IRS allows us to do legitimately. What a concept. So again, me, credit card, house, and franchise, receiving money. It takes money to get the honey. So if we play this game correctly, if you want a division of you, everyone, I'll put a credit card on it too. It's $999. The ultimate one. If you did it today, I'm going to put $10,000 of credit on it too, just for the fun of it for you, because you're on the live webinar with me. Now it's a Zelle. If it's not done before I'm done talking, you don't get the extra $10,000 of that card and that division too. 25 steps today. Pretty simple. Number 1, Intuit bought Credit Karma December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma got indicted 3 times. And the reality is they don't have a phone number to help them anyway. So if we look at this correctly, step number 1, what is our ultimate goal? All right. Oh, please be careful. LifeLock's been indicted 6 times. The last indictment's $100 million. All right. It's amazing that they're still out there in business. But again, all I got to tell you is be careful, please. So if you play the game, want to obtain your credit reports today. I like to analyze your credit right away. I like to hold your hand so we get to the 750 score, helping you and guiding you every step of the way. We'll do a lot of the work for you anyway. So I call case numbers every Saturday at 1:30 live, so you get to hear it from me. Pretty simple. So here's that SS5 form you didn't pay attention to, or neither did mommy when you were born. It says name to be shown on card, full name of birth other than above. Do you realize to the SS5 form from the IRS, all right, to equal the SSN to 1040 tax return? That's what it's for. Look at your Social Security card today. It'll say do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, and do not carry with you. And you broke all the rules, didn't you? So again, it says Property Assessment Administration, not you. So understand the SSN was created for one reason, the 1040 tax return, the ultimate goal. Now, when you got your first job years ago, you had a problem. When you saw that first check, where's my money? Well, the company said the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. See, that's what mixes ducks and sheep, not knowing how to play, looking behind that curtain too. So understand today, irs.gov, 1244. All right, and what do you get to do? All right, you in the court file one tax return, no, it's not pay tax or what? $3 to $5 million. So we look at the SS5, then we compare it to the SS4. Line 1 there says legal name of entity or individual person. Your banks and grocery stores file bankruptcy on locations all the time. You allowed yourself to be one. This is the only form the IRS created for banking and credit purposes, by the way. It says it right there in the form. So that's per entity. You could have gave yourself more chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you must be dead. Been saying that for 35 years too. So the corporations allowed to do 4 things under Ray's rules. We get to buffer tax and taxes due to are profitable. Corporate credits, all the write-off. The car's fleet price, and we get stay at hotel corporate rates. Now understand, a division is the line of, write these things down. You can't take a picture or record. Line of defense, they're cheap, they're multiple functions, bought wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability for real estate. So if we use our brains and we basically set up a line of defense and build a corporate umbrella, we can build $1 million of cash credit and write it all off and not hurt the family. Now, I'm going to guarantee everything I say I can do 100%. This means flat out for you, as long as you go to class, not following your what, and you follow through. But if you screw up and violate rules, there's only 2 major rules. Don't jack up cards, do not apply during the program. If you screw it up, I got to charge you a fee or close your case. So don't screw it up. I got a radio and TV show coming up this March. Got to be kind of fun. And starting next week, I'm on Odyssey Radio nationwide. We're going to have more fun with you. So if you got an open collection account, do yourself a favor. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. You have an IRS problem, they have a problem with that too. They have a form for you. 656, 430, A and B. So we got a way to repackage ourselves and quit bringing the pain home too. Step number 3, Wouldn't that be fun? So guess what? The 750 is waiting for you. And all you got to do is let me analyze you today, your credit reports today. Do a rapid refresh, push your score up, and block all the crap. And then they're like that customer, they got 96 points in 3 days. So guess what you get to do? Rapid refresh, go to class on Saturdays. The goal is 750. I'm going to charge you $999, and I'm going to give you $1,000 card back to you. I want to reimburse you. Is that okay? But during a broadcast, I discount that to $499. The ultimate goal, and I make the card $500. Based on rules and tools I gave you today, you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life forever if you pay attention today. Now, as a starter package for a corporation, if you have one, I'll build the one you got today with cash credit. If not, I'll hand you one for free. You just pay your filing fee. Setup level 1, all right, in division process, what do? Every Wednesday at 2 o'clock and Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning too. So let's understand, for $999, I'm going to do all this with you and for you, and I'm going to hand you $5,000 of credit back to you. 5,000, 5 times your investment. If you do $24.99, I give you $25,000 of credit. See, I want to give you 5 to 10 times your money back. I want to analyze it today, add history, and start popping credit right away. Would that be okay if we do that today? Now, if you want to do that right away, all you got to do is basically Zelle, or call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge 5% more because the bank charges that test. So again, now here's some problems. A, you're on the national mailing list and the robocall list. You did it to yourself, sorry to say, but it's true. I'm a voter, probably you. They sell the voting list 412 times a year. So, cable bill, corporation. Why don't you call 888-567-8688 and opt out for 5 years or a lifetime? Get off the damn mailing list. Phone number's right in front of you. Call it later today, please. Ultimate goal. So let's understand step number 5 is planning the problem. You didn't plan the problem. You allowed a friend and family member to rip you off. Sorry to say, but it's true. You spent thousands of crap that didn't work. All right, Safety Credit My Way works. I just created a system, a lot of it to this day, so we can create a line of defense. All dashboards finally say what I designed years ago with Ken Yarbrough too. It's 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. If we balance our debt, do what I just told you to do today, you will stop bringing the pain home. And what do you get to do? Understand these cards here, we balance them. The other 2 cards don't fluctuate. So therefore, we got an emergency and we can jack up to $1 million. They even have an unlimited paid over time limit too. So understand that's how you get a 750 score. Ultimate goal, you got an emergency, you lost your job. What do you do next? You run out of time, you run out of money, and you can't wait to go jack them up in 42 days until the world feels sorry for you, which nobody cares anyway. So your choice is pretty simple. Let's pretend today you needed $5,000 now. Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They're all going to say no because you said the word need. The average person wastes $50 every other day. This 5,000 card in my hand, the payment is $50 a month. They say you waste $140 a week. That's $600 a month. If I take $50,000 off this card, all right, guess what I get to do? The payment's about $612.26. I get to go buy 2 pizza restaurants, even during a pandemic, using some common sense. So we get to play because white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. Nixon took the gold standard out. That's what we get to do. Write down Ray's rules now. Now write down, I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corp of my family. I have no intent to do fraud. Write it down because this is how you're going to have your cake and eat it too. Ray's rules, step number 7, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Would that be okay as we play this game? There I am dead. Google the address and find out I'm telling you the truth about the UDOC and all the yachts and the goodies too. You see, I've been in 2 comas now. One at 5.5 years old, I was crippled for life. Jesus said, get up. I got up, freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. The devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down. But God's delays aren't God's denials. So if you let me repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, I'll build you up again the right way, my way. So the coaching program's pretty simple. All right. And then from here, we got checkbook money. The ultimate goal, getting 50 to 100, 150,000 a line of credit. We get to play. But the corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. So understand The lack of knowledge is why people make stupid things happen. We get to play. Now, this guy here lost his job. I'd say man up. Go drive an Uber, drive a Lyft, have a garage sale. Go take the kids to the school or the church and they'll feed them. Hey, I'm sorry. I was worth millions and billions and I came out of a coma and everything was gone. Sold the wedding ring, the Rolex, the necklace, the bracelet, $16,400. I took my 3 divisions of me and my closet divisions and I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Why don't you do that too? Corporation can build itself and have fun. But again, what do? You're lacking knowledge. So if we take a division, multiple functions, have a problem with a piece, we disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Maybe you have a bad tenant. We're allowed to build cash and supply credit. So the reality is the only thing we're willing to sacrifice is a division, not the corp and the family. So far, you've been sacrificing your family, and that should stop. If we take a corporation and we do division and get a tax ID, you let me do it for you, I add you credit reports of a Spear and Treasury and Equifax instantly. Then I line you up to get you some money, some credit, and then line you up for some checkbook money too. The ultimate goal is how you multiply through the division process. Once again, even Buck in a Money book, I show you my matrix. My first one was $190,000 a month. It took me 18 months to do this, to loan out money. I just needed money coming automatically in. Next one was $661,000, then up to $1 million a day. Isn't that the way you're supposed to do it? 41 divisions, auto income, we get to play the game and win. Okay, you look at your corp today, once again, you make sure you use your home address, because right now if they sue that corp, they sue you, and that kind of sucks. You build your line of defense, the ultimate goal. So again, every card can be getting more cards for every division. I invented something called daisy chaining. And the reality is it's actually the Saturday specialty class. And I wrote a book on that too. So don't stop yourself, build block after block. The only thing that stop you is you. So if you want a division into the corporation, I add 2,000 of history and the tax ID. I build it up way in the credit reports for you. We charge $4.99 at the office for divisions. So if you want 3, it's $14.97. You Zelle, and you say RW when you Zelle. Simple to do. If you want to use a credit card, you call 800-254-9506. They will charge 5% for that extra card. So these are goodies I obtained. Would you like some goodies too? I even got to ride with Neil Diamond a couple times on the Love Ride. So again, let's get you up to $1 million of credit cards. How about $5 million of checkbook money? That would be the goal. So let's build you here. Then we go get the green Spark, 100,000, the 2 sisters for 30. That's 160 times 9. Is that $1 million? How about B of A times 9? How about Wells Fargo times 9? How about we get the green ink card times 9? How about gold times 9? So if we get up to 5 million here, why don't we go to the bank and see if we can qualify for checkbook money? All right, as long as you have a 2-year division or corporation, they give you $50,000 to $150,000 of credit. Some actually got $250,000. So again, as you position this the right way, I call that checkbook money up to 5.4 million, the ultimate goal. But again, that's what you get to do to finance your business too. And we get to play the right way. Ultimate goal, remember, if you allow me to add my dashboard and I get to build bigger limits than you could do for you. Simple. And what do divisions do? Multiply. Why? We want the buckets of money book. We want to make sure we create a matrix too, up to $190,000 a month. That's the ultimate goal. Don't we want auto income too? The goal is up to you. 41 divisions, auto income. So I got specialty classes on Saturday, 8:30, they rotate. This Saturday, it's daisy chaining of credit, 8:30. From there, the goal would be this. Let's take the corporate credit, or that I build you. And remember, borrow money is not taxable. So we use that money to buy the lifetime income of real estate or franchise, auto income. You get your cake and eat it too. Raise rules, and you become a certified CFO, and you never bring the pain home. When that's the right way to play. Let's pretend today I gave you a check for $1 million. What are you gonna do? Everybody says, oh, to buy a house and a car. Knock it off. Reference 3 times 5, turn it to 14 million. Borrow money is not taxable. Let's go build the business and we'll be taxable when we're profitable. Simple. Now, if you basically don't understand how to play, I'm going to teach you how to win the battle too. So that's step number 8. So let's understand. If you won the lottery today, your CPA and tax person say put it in your bank account in your SSN. You took the cash value, now you're going to pay tax on all the interest you earn. Well, I'd tell you not to do it that way. I'd say put it in a division of you for the corporate bank account with the tax ID. And then I like to sit down with the banker and say, let's borrow against it. Create a debt. Borrow money's not taxable. Why don't we turn this into million to billion? You had 11 cities file bankruptcy because cities and states are corporations and they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. You could have did the same thing too, but you didn't pay attention with no intent to do fraud. So let's play again some more today. How about we Google bankruptcy? The next time blank hits the fan is SSN or SS4. Who wants to be the duck this time? It's going to be up to you. As we play, let me add you to my credit system. I build you up all the way up to $1 million. There are rallies, you go to class, you don't fall in your wine, and you follow through. Ultimate goal. Beat your doubt, run your race. All right, let me rebuild you my way for a while too. Getting past go, because I think you're stuck. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, the race boats, the mansions, what, the buildings, Lamborghinis, and helicopters too. I want you to change your driver's license to a P.O. Box mailing address, please, because I want you to keep more privacy. So understand the ability to play the game and win. Now, you bought a car. Oh, goody for you. You went to the car dealership, got sweated for 5 hours. Up to 9 inquiries, lost $30,000 too. See, your car should be fleet price tax ID. And the registered owner should be a division of the corporation. You buy a house today, you put 2 people on the loan. That's kind of silly. You create a loan to value for 2 people. All right, now you buy a car, and if you lose house and car, what do you know what they do? They report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So you have now you have double crappy credit. Now, the bumpity bump, I want them to sue the division and not you. That way they get diddly squat. Is that okay if we start planning the problem and we can protect our family too? As the ultimate goal, every property you get should be a division. Which one's going to slip and fall and sue you and screw you up? You don't know. How about the house payment offsets the taxes? How about when we look at Google, they didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion to double trillion, and Amazon too. What do you get to do? You get to play the ultimate goal. So understand today, there's no loophole. You're allowed to do what you're allowed to do. He bought Twitter with a line of credits from 3 banks for $44 billion, and it only took him 3 weeks to screw it up. They've ordered him to go to court now. Explain yourselves. I was going to say silly and dumb, but he called X marks the spot. Twilly dee, twilly dumb. All right, maybe the judge's going to kick his assets. I don't know. But the reality is pretty simple. This guy's got a spaceship too, so does the other guy. So you could actually join the club and win the battle. Step 15. So if we look at run your life through a corporate conjunction, the ability to play the game and win, pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, your paycheck today is taxable income, right? You get the leftover. Then you pay the car payment, gas registration, insurance. I think you should be yelling no, driving a company car. What do you think? But that's step 17. Why don't you go to irs.gov today and get a hold of an SS4 form? Find out it says banking and credit purposes right on the form. See, you never had to be a duck and a sheep. You chose to not basically listen and learn and follow silly people. So there's mama. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, every woman has to deliver a baby. She has to sign the SS5 form. She has no choice. From there, it's like when you buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. If you don't have your house in a trust and they sue you, they take it away. And when you're dead, it gets stuck in the probate. Your family got diddly squat. How about we take a corporation? We want to fix up a property. You know, the contractor that hires a subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. They seem to always want to steal your money. How about we get to the point we do it my way so they get diddly squat? Why not? I like irrevocable trust, don't you? But again, that's your choice today. Now, don't be a crook. Wesley Snipes did. He went to prison for 3 years, $5 million fine. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. It will not work. So the bottom line is going to be up to you. So it's like anything else. You want to save up to 70%. It's a division process. You get an open account, have to be a bill up to 90 days. The ultimate goal, and guess what we get to do? Turn it to 15 million. Leverage the money. Borrow money is not taxable, and you set up your line of defense. The ability to play the game to win. All right, that's step 23, or sorry, 21. That's called blackjack. I like blackjack, don't you? Here's my office, literally, all right, in 2009, up to $1 million a day. Came out of a coma and broke. They stole everything. What am I going to do? Simple. I took out my 3 divisions of me and my 5 closet divisions. Right? I built $1 million in 6 weeks. Why didn't you? See, I call my blueprint when I wrote it when I was 9.5. See it, believe it, go get it. 3 divisions of me, 5 closets. There we go. We got a backup for a backup. But that's up to you to learn and learn how to play the game to win. So you got 1,000 steps to the millionaire founder's kit. Master every step of the way. There it is again. What do I get to do? Simple. White men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. I have everything I ever wanted, don't you? Isn't this the way we play the game at GoRaiseCredit.com? You get to play with me a little bit too. You don't have your time. Your time has you. You haven't learned about auto income yet, but you will. So the coaching program is simple. The blueprint is very simple because I want to re-blueprint you every step of the way. But that call is going to cost you $999. And if you have a partner in life, make sure you're both on the phone. Next, I like boring businesses. So I picked my payphones and my storage units and all the pieces I did. Every time I invested $40,000, I got $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Every time I invested $100,000, up to $45,000 a month, $250,000 up to $75,000 a month. So the ultimate goal. You see, Warren Buffett does auto income. I think it's your turn. That's what I've done all my life. He's got his favorite 100 companies, favorite 10. There's no difference between him and you. All you got to do is listen to me and follow through. You go to the experts like a deer in the headlight. Which one do we pick? How about we put you in a coaching program and you own the business and you don't run it? We look at certain things we want to do, anywhere from basically the storage units, dry cleaner, all right, laundromats, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, gas station, parking structures, EV charging, car washes, and even real estate. So you go to play the game. So I like you to think about a 6-week, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months program. 6 weeks, you don't want you to take a picture of this. You can basically call the office right away. All right, it's normally about $11,000. Today, your price is going to be $49.99. That's $4,999. You're stuck with me. And all you gotta do is realize you get all the classes, $25,000 of credit. So I'm giving you 5 times your money back. The ultimate goal, we get to play the game to win. The ultimate goal, everyone should win, don't we? Until 2. So you call the office at 800-254-9506. Coaching, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Goal should be up to $5 million. From there, the 3 months kind of lines you up. 6 months says you should have your own division and your first entity with auto income. 12 months, you can have multiple units as well. But that's up to you. Again, once again, you call the office and they're talking to you about the coaching program as well. Corporation's a legal person. Division's my line of defense. Something goes wrong, it's the division, not the corporate, my family. What are you going to protect and what are you willing to lose? I didn't get a family. I got to live in hell as a kid, as far as I'm concerned. I got a wife, finally. I got a birthday and a Christmas. All right, because I never had one before, not a real one. So guess what? Wife, 6 kids, 10 grandkids, and 1 on the way. I'm not going to jeopardize family or corporation because that'd sue me. A division is the line of defense. That's how everybody gets checkmate. You see, your goal is step 23, the ability to stop bringing the pain home. The goal is simple when you look at the big buildings and the Lamborghinis too. Reach the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules. All right, I've been doing it for corporations and divisions, training people to be a certified CFO for 46 years now. The ability to play the game to win. So today, if you have joint credit, please get rid of it. All right, you buy a house, let's go close Homestead Trust. Buy the house through the trust. Corporations are free, you just pay your filing fee. You set up your division for real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. You use raise rules. I always give bonus cash credit up to 10 times as much you invest to take away excuses. And I'm the only one who does this on planet Earth anyway. Step number 24, the ability to play 750 score. Let's analyze. Let's do rapid refresh. Let's push scores up, and away, and block the bad credit as we rebuild you with you too. Again, rapid rescore 750, go to class. Usually charging $999, $1,000, and give you $1,000 card back. During the broadcast, we discount 50% off, $450, $499, and a $500 card. With the rules and tools I gave you today, you'll maintain a 750 score. If it's a corporation, you got one, I'll build the one you got. If not, I'll hand you one for free. You'll just pay your filing fee. Setup on level 1 will be basically on Wednesday at 2 p.m., Saturday, 10 a.m. in the morning. For $9.99, I'm going to rebuild your life and give you 5,000 credit back. How about $24.99, give you 25,000 of credit? Analyze, add history, and start popping credit right away. If you want that kind of deal today, you got to Zell. Call the office right away. 800-254-9506. Once again, use a card. They charge 5% more for that too. Referrals will build more credit. Referrals will sell you 10% back, but they have to name your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. So I always give you my personal email address too. We look at banks and grocery stores in cities and states and Sam's Club and Geico. And what do we see? They have bankrupt locations. What is your goal? Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO. Reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind that curtain every step of the way and understand you can see it, believe, and go get it too. So what do? We stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So guess what we get to do at the end of the day? 800-254-9506 or Zell now. If you do nothing, that's what's going to happen. So I'd like to give you the opportunity to talk to a specialist right away. Keep in mind, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.